This is the best wolf tooth wool in the world. Wow.
I've been robbing from it for different projects. It's great because it's just magnets. You just take it off the wall and you're like, off I go.
So you can literally just rob it. Yeah. The quest is in the quest.
It's finding.
The quest is then finding the remaining parts.
What I really wanted is something that you could take off and then just sort of chuck it back, but it never quite worked out that way.
There's surely you've got a section of magnet.
Yes.
Behind here in certain points, right?
Yeah, they're bigger magnets on the back, so they got a slightly bigger catchment point. Some need magnets to have them hold on properly. Others don't.
Welcome to wolf tooth magnet wool.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Oh my god, it's way heavier than I thought it was going to be.
Solid zinc magnesium base, that's why. CNC.
Because the base is solid.
Yeah, it's really, yeah. And it has got some premium, like it's not just the same as like some of the others. It uses a lot of the same sort of seals and stuff inside, but actually the materials themselves are just designed to last forever. So you buy the pump once, yes, it is a lot of money. Just objectively, it is a lot of money.
Yep.
But it will never, you'll never need to buy another pump again. And a seal kit is sort of like £20 or something. And to replace that every, I don't know, 5 to 10 years, it's like, it's a pump that will last you forever.
This is, in my opinion, this is the best looking Styrkr pump. They're all beautiful, but it's purely because of the paint job on it is why I like it. It's so Captain America-y. Yeah. It's great. It's just great.
For you though, actually,
go on.
The Terra is the pump that you would want.
Why would I want the Terra?
So instead of the super high pressures that can go up to, you don't need it for any of your bikes. So all the bikes, from your gravel bikes, your mountain bikes, road bikes, you never exceed 100 psi these days.
Yep.
And what you actually want is more accurate pressure reading at those lower pressures. So you're sort of 30 psi, maybe maxing out 40 psi, especially for the mountain and gravel bikes. This one, the Terra pump, uses exactly the same sort of mechanisms that you'd find in any of the other pumps, but the first from 0 to 30 psi is done in increments of 0.5 of a psi.
Oh, so it's really
accurate.
Yeah, okay.
And then once it goes beyond that 30 psi, you then go into divisions of 1 psi. And it's designed to be a much higher volume, so you get up to pressure much more quickly. And it uses the same sort of head mechanisms as you find on some of the other ones. It's a really quick fitting mechanism. And again, it's the leather seals and stuff inside. So getting up to 40 psi typically takes around 10 to 11 or 10 to 13 sort of depressions of the full depressions of the lever. So it's really quick to get to pressure. And it's solid. It has a Cerakote finish to it, so it's designed to be misused, I guess.
Yeah, of course.
To a degree. You can throw it into the back of your truck, or you're on the side of the car park getting ready for a race or ride or whatever. It's designed to handle the rigors of adventure cycling, of off-road cycling.
All of them, to be perfectly honest, are beautiful. This is the best paint job. Yeah. This is probably, as you say, the most practical for 80% of people, maybe 90% of people.
Yeah, really, for the most part. It's only if you're looking for the much higher pressures, like you're a track cyclist or something like that, or a TT specialist, and you need that sort of higher pressure and the accuracy of higher pressure as well, because these are very accurate pumps. Or if you're looking for something that is something that not very many people have, and you're looking for that bling factor, because that does come into it. And then you've obviously got the Super Pista, which is just a stunning bit of kit.
Another kettle of fish above.
Yes.
You just can't get to them. There's some sort of force field. So I'm at Saddleback again, and there's two things I'm going to show you. One, we're sort of putting together a build on one of Argon 18's Grey Matters, which is their more price-conscious gravel bike in the range. I'm going to build it up at quite a high level, but I want to be able to show you how good that bike is as well. I'm going to be using it for Dirty Reaver and a few other little projects. And number two, we're putting together my new mountain bike. Full build video will come later on, but we're just making sure we've got all the parts for it ready to go for when we build that, and I'll show you a bit about that as well.
It's a nice 40mm drop. And what's a little bit unique about the Enve one is it's inverse to a lot of the others. So this top collar slides down over the internal, which means you can run a 27.2 post and cut it.
Ah, okay.
So there is a minimum insertion line, but if you can cut it,
yeah,
you can remove this much. So if you're really weight conscious,
that's a couple of grams.
Yeah, it's a decent chunk of aluminium that
you're
removing. So it's a really good little mechanism of being able to, again, tailor this to suit your sort of riding and racing needs. And then also, because it's like this, if you have a saddle pack which is connected to this, even if you are activating the dropper post, you're not going to be interfering with how the saddle pack is working as well.
It's a nice sheath.
Yes. That's what we're going to go with. That's exactly what we're going to use.
I just wanted to use that word, sheath.
Sheath.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the mechanism is tucked right up inside of
in the sheath.
In the sheath.
So Enve, they only make a 27.2 dropper.
Only make a 27.2 dropper, but they have collars to suit 31.9.
Yeah.
And 31.6.
Oh, okay. So if you did want to fit it on a bike with needing a large seat post, you can quite easily.
Just as these.
Perfect.
And they are keyed, as you can see here, and they're designed to be clamped down on as well.
Amazing. That's really cool.
Yeah,
very well thought through.
Very well thought through.
Yeah.
It's an Enve product after all.
Yeah, exactly. What is this?
It's a Pivot Mach 4 SL. That is an XC bike with no equal, and it's an excellent downcountry tourer X-Venture XC bike, because you can tailor it to suit what you want it to do. Do you want because you've got the flip chip at the back there, so you can run a 95 rear end or a 115 rear end, and then a 100 or 120 front end, or 110 depending on what you're going for. Full dropper capacity. It eschews anything like in-frame storage, just for ease of design and practicality, so you can fit 2 full bottles inside of the frame. If you want to pack bags in and stuff like that, you can do so. I've seen some Tailfin ones that fit within the M4.
Conveniently on a size large frame as well.
Conveniently on a size large frame.
Cheers, Bracey.
This is one of the fastest XC bikes you can buy, but it has much more flexibility than just being an out-and-out race bike. It has a World Cup version, which is all about the speed and performance off-road, and then you've got a more down-country version, which is much more suited to that adventuring style of riding and just being out on the trail and just getting the miles in, sort of thing, being very comfortable but being fast at it.
Very, very excited about that. I've not had a mountain bike for a while now.
Yeah.
And I live in a part of the world where there's amazing mountain biking.
I was going to say,
yeah.
Surrounded by
I know.
rolling mountains. Not hills, rolling mountains.
Mountains. Yeah. So I literally can't wait to go out on that.
Yeah.
May time. Build will be coming around May, I hope. You can't pick it up in the video very well, but this is an amazing green. Oh, you can kind of pick it up there. It's this really lovely dark green, and there's like a pattern that runs in this. Now, Argon 18 have designed this as basically an adventure bike, which is designed to do anything and everything. So I'm going to go and race gravel races on it.
on the plan.
Sounds like a great plan, right?
Yeah.
But what we've done is we've built up a set of Enve AG25 wheels with a dynamo on the front. So this gives me some versatility for bikepacking events as well. If I want to say run the AG25s on my dark matter as opposed to on the grey matter, I can do that. But we've still pimped them out.
As I remember it,
Chris King hub on the rear, dynamo on the front. Perfect. So Enve's AG25 range is their gravel specific range of wheels. So these are 25mm internal rim, as you can see, super wide, works out really well for a wide tyre. And Chris King now also do a micro spline road gravel hub, I guess. So if you're running one of the GRX 12-speed group sets, you can run the mountain bike cassettes on there and have no issues at all, which is amazing actually. So we put one of those micro spline hubs on that ready to go. And as I say, this bike is going to be built up as a bit of an adventure rig, but I'm going to do some, you know, dirty reavers, some shorter sort of events on it, just to be able to go out there and explore it and kind of showcase what you can do on it, which is quite cool. That's the setup, right?
This is it. Yeah, well, I'm going to leave it like that, to be honest.
We can fit some spaces in there.
What this is, actually, is a new form of suspension, because the whole thing can just do this.
Lovely handlebar.
G-Series. So it's a little bit different to the ARs you've got on your dark matter. Still a fully integrated one, so you can run it fully internally. We're going to go through the front ends just for practicality. But there's a little difference to the ARs. They still have a slight shape to the top.
Yep.
So they've got a nice section to them. The cables which you can run down the top. Makes it a nice sort of flat top-ish, not quite as flat as the ARs. But they're also a much wider bar. So this is a 42 to 54 flare, which is a big old flare. So although it's like a nice 42 position up top, then you can turn in the levers a little bit to get a really nice comfortable position, especially for the wrists. You get much more control, especially when off-road.
Yeah.
On these ones, so just a bit more leverage that you can get out of them.
They're cool. They're super cool looking bars.
They are, and they're super comfy.
Yeah.
The ARs have got that sort of spring to them, so it makes them really comfortable. These being a little bit more.
Shots fired.
These being a little bit more rounded, just have that little extra give to them, and it just helps when you're giving it the beans off road and ground's a bit rubbish.
Yeah, yeah, nice.
These are wicked bars, really nice bars.
So in the Enve range, there's 4 types of drop bar bars. You've got the AR bars, which you've seen on my other bikes. You've then got the G Series bar, which is their very much burly, very much. You've got the G Series bar, which is their burly off-road bar, wider flare, more of a round bar, but yeah, really lovely, good off-road bar. And then on the road side, you've got a more traditional round bar and then an aero bar.
That's correct. Yeah, bang on.
Bang on.
Yeah, you should have a job in sales.
No, thank you. Best sealant in the world.
Sadly, for putting plugs and holes that really shouldn't have anything to seal up with, there seems to be a bit of a miraculous thing. This stuff.
The combination of wheel, tyre and sealant here is very good, because the Overland is a very good hard wearing tyre that Schwalbe make.
Yeah, it's got a good amount of rubber to it. It's not thin in any place.
It's not a racing gravel tyre.
No.
Which say if you're looking at the G1R or the RS, that which is on the other bike, that's a racing gravel tyre.
Yeah, Saddleback.
That's quite a nice looking bike, isn't it?
That looks great.
You can see like these little black shadows.
Yeah.
That's the chopped carbon fibres.
And that's how it helps it seal so well.
Yeah, they act very similar to how your platelets and stuff work in your blood, because they find a hole and they plug it. Yeah, basically.
What is this wheel?
It is an Enve M630 with a Chris King hub. So roll nice and fast, 30mm internal. Just have a nice tyre profile on there. Yeah, ready to take you far.
Wolf tooth stainless steel bottle cages. Fuck me. Yeah, they're very light. Gone for metal bottle cages on this bike because it's a metal bike.
Yeah.
That was our logic. I think it's quite good.
Sound logic.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. I'll stick with it being sound logic.
Yeah, I think they look cool. God, that looks cool. So it's an Argon 18 grey matter frame, Enve finishing kit, Enve dropper post, Enve stem, Enve gravel bars,
G series, yeah.
and then a set of Enve AG25 wheels, wolf tooth accessories, pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
Bolts, bottle cages, lock rings, and then hopefully some more other little wolf tooth fun bits to go on the bike as well. Schwalbe G1 Overland tyres. It's going to be built up with GRX 12-speed mechanical group set 1x, hence the biggest dinner plate in the world currently. It's going to be mint. This is going to be a cool.
It's already pretty cool.
It's already cool, isn't it? The build of this pivot will be coming soon. I'm very excited for it. We're going to make it bougie as heck, aren't we?
Super bougie.
Super bougie. And I feel like I need to go and do some proper stupid mountain biking trip on it.
Well, we can have a little spin in the woods.
Yeah.
Come join us, have a little spin in the woods up in the forest. And then, yeah, you need to do some mad adventure. It's the future of the bike. Some mad adventure.
Some mad adventure. That's what this bike's going to be called.
Some mad adventure.
Yeah. So, anyway, going back to the pivot quickly, we're going to be building up with XTR 12-speed group set, Fox forks, Fox all over it basically, and these very, very lovely Enve M6 wheels, Chris King hub on the rear, and then a dynamo hub on the front, because I'm just a big believer in having dynamos, like for doing any adventure stuff, but they look really, really neat.
Very smart.
Very good wheel.
Right.
So that video is going to be coming soon. I'm going to... Jesus, someone got shot. So that video will be coming soon. We've got all the stuff to build it here. We're going to film it properly. Josh and Corey are going to do it. And then the other bikes, that build video will also be coming soon. Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.
Bye.